Advice to my younger self slash my younger viewers who may be figuring out their lives right now. And this doesn't just apply to younger people because I really do believe technically I'm still figuring out my life. I don't think that feeling ever goes away, to be honest. So I guess it's just for anyone who is just figuring out life. Here is what I have to tell you. Take time to look around you and realize how far you've come. Okay, breathe. Pat yourself on the back. 9 times out of 10, when we take time to really reflect and look around us and look at our accomplishments and compare ourselves to where we were last year or year before, there's so much to be proud of and to really be grateful for. I always say that gratitude gives you a lot more to be grateful for, and I think that really applies to career, anything when it comes to self-development, because we tend to be our most critical with ourselves. Most times, our inner voice is a lot more unkind to us than it would be to people outside of us. Because we know ourselves and we know our full potential and we know who we want to be or where we want to be or what position we want to be in career or finances. And so it's easier to be like, well, I'm not there already, so let me just be hard on myself to get there quicker. It's not, take time to slow down and always trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be. I really do believe in divine timing, God's timing, God's plan, whatever works best for you in the word choice. But I do believe that everything happens exactly when it's meant to. So be patient with yourself and look around and just be grateful. Genuinely, when you have a heart of gratitude, it's so much more difficult to complain about where we're at and what we're doing and all these different things. Just trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be. I would say also take time in letting the plan unfold, especially when it comes to passions or creativity. As someone who is a creative and someone who uses her platform to kind of focus on creativity and share that with the world, it could be so easy to be hypercritical and questioning, why is this taking so long? Maybe I'm not this thing I'm supposed to be, or maybe this is I'm putting so much energy into all these silly questions that we always do, especially for my hardworking creatives who how much time you put into those reels and they get like 200 views and you're like, okay, fair enough, like, okay, it is what it is. Look at it this way, right? Even if 5 people or 1 person was affected by that or really enjoyed that reel that you put out there or really got something from what you had to say in that reel, that's all that matters, right? Let that be enough motivation. Even if there wasn't 1 person watching it, just know that you creating it, focus on the fact that you are creating, When you enjoy the process, it becomes so much easier to focus on just being present and just being authentic versus thinking about the end goal and thinking about the rewards. And, why do we need people to clap us on or cheer us on when we are doing something for ourselves? Why? We don't need the external validation. We should be so self-sufficient that it doesn't matter if we're the only people clapping for us. That's okay. Show up for yourself every day. To my singers, go sing your songs, post your songs. My writers, post your poetry or your books. Whatever you do, don't be afraid to share it with the world, and don't be so hell-bent on the response. As long as you enjoy doing it and you feel like you felt like your purpose was shown through this, amazing. Trust in prayer. I'm a big believer in prayer. You guys know my faith. I'm very open and honest about my faith. And I am Christian, and I do believe in prayer. I do believe in having your anchor being in God through Christ. I do believe in that. Anytime I felt anxiety, there has been a passage in scripture that has directly reminded me to give my anxiety and fears to God, right? When you're operating from a place of fear and anxiety and scarcity, it becomes so much harder to achieve your goals because you're navigating from a lower place vibrationally. This is something proven through spirituality and through science, that quite literally you can put yourself in a low vibrational space, and then also attract low vibrational results. Law of attraction, right? We know these things. So being mindful of your state, your inner state, your emotional state, your mindset is very important when it comes to your rewards and your goals being achieved. Being aware, tapping in with self. So people, if you tap in with yourself, journaling, deep breathing, breath work, prayer, all these things really do help with making sure that you are your best self. Your inner self can then reflect outwardly in your reality, right? So yeah, just a few thoughts. I guess this is you're seeing this for a reason. So I'm just sending you all lots of love, lots of motivation. You got this. Keep going, keep posting your content, keep dreaming big, keep believing in yourself, keep using your voice, keep being proudly and uniquely you. You got this.